you can give me a hand here.
You're bleeding. Mom, this is Frank.
He was kind enough to offer me a ride.
We really can't help you.
Frankly, this needs to happen.
Where do you want to go?
Your house.
Who are police looking for? Frank Chambers, an inmate at Stinchfield Prison serving 18 years for murder.
I'd be grateful if you let me stay till nightfall.
Isn't it against the law to hide a visitor?
If someone were to come by, it would need to look like I kidnapped you.
How do I know you won't hurt us? I'm stronger than you think.
I've never intentionally hurt anyone in my life.
What happened?
Just know that there's more to this story than you'll see in that paper there. You won't be needing that any longer. When you have to say I tied you up, you won't be lying. Choke up on the bat, hands together. It's a good peach.
I should throw most of them away before they rot.
I have another idea. How does a fellow let a woman like your mother get away?
He got together with his secretary.
He's infected. I'll send Henry for medicine.
Keep an eye out, all right?
I should go.
Maybe you should stay.
They're not gonna stop looking.
I know.
There were two people who couldn't go out into the world, so they made a world with each other.
I'd take 20 more years just to have another 3 days with you.
Called me out.
I did. I called you out.
Wow.
But I wanted to know.
No,
Like, you're
would-
going to ask me intimate questions. I wanted one from you.
Yeah, right. No, that was actually a great
So
question.
no, you actually, but you're wearing that because you like it.
I'm actually wearing it because I like it. If they happen
That's
to
great.
see it, good for them. Because you know these interviews last forever.
Right.
You know these
do.
digital files don't go away,
No,
do they?
they don't go away.
And that's why that puts a lot of pressure on the both of us,
Yeah,
right?
but you look good doing it.
Well, thank you. You look good as well. But
Thank you.
you looked even better in the movie. Congratulations.
Thanks.
No, I liked it because it was like it's a period movie that takes place in the late '80s, but it has sort of like this really cool sort of Norman Rockwell '50s vibe.
Yeah, that's great. That's very well put. You know, and it's funny when you say, you know, it takes place basically a long time ago in the late '80s. It's really strange to hear, first of all.
No, it is. It's scary even for me.
It feels like yesterday. You know what I mean? But it does. It has that very quiet, bucolic feeling, and you know, and there's not a lot of movies made like that anymore. Quiet films, still films.
Yeah, did you find it interesting? Because Jason, typically with his movies, they're all dialogue driven, like a lot of talking. Like sometimes you just want to yell at the screen, and like, please stop talking so we
just
can
give us a moment.
Right.
Give us a moment to
And this is
inhale
all about
and exhale.
moments.
And it's all about moments. And you know, it's what people have been asking me, like, do you feel this evolution of Jason going to this next place? And I don't know. I think he just found a great story that he wanted to tell, and it was a challenge for him to tell. I would never say with this story, had I read this book, oh, we should get Jason Reitman to do this movie. Do you know what I mean? You'd say, let's get
absolutely
the Coen
not.
brothers to do the movie.
Right.
Or let's get, you know, I don't see somebody like that. So the fact, and after you see the movie, you can't imagine anybody else directing this movie, which I think is the biggest compliment.
No, that's actually an excellent, compliment. But I mean, I think it's just natural. I mean, everybody in this business, they're artists, they're creative people.
Right.
And when you're creative, I mean, you have to find different challenges.
You want to challenge yourself.
Right. So I think that's what makes it really cool. So what was the challenge for you? Because
Still, you know, for me, you know, I'm a talkative guy. I'm an animated guy. You know, I just finished a film with Paul Thomas Anderson called Inherent Vice, and I talk. That's all I do. 7 pages of dialogue, you know, scenes, and then this scene that's, you know, 4 pages of dialogue or whatever. And with this, it's reminding yourself, because it's louder than any words you can speak. When you're sitting there, and I would even move my hand, and Jason would go in the next take, don't move your hand like that.
Oh, really? Interesting.
You know?
Well, I like the fact that
I found myself much more exposed in this movie than I've ever felt I've been.
You know, that's a great segue, because I was going to say, in a lot of your movies, you're a very masculine figure, and a lot of characters you play are like always front and center. But in this one, you kind of have to be that guy that's kind of got like this sort of like tough exterior, but a lot of the scenes required you to be really sort of emotionally sensitive.
Which I like, you know, the fact that you stereotype the guy. I love characters like that you stereotype cosmetically. And then what's revealed is something entirely different. You know what I mean? I mean, he is a man's man, whatever that means, and he's resourceful and all that stuff. But when the guy smiles, because he comes on so menacingly, when the guy smiles, you feel it. You're not just seeing it. You actually feel the guy, his happiness and his kind of, this whole kind of orchid opening. And it's nice. It's nice to experience. I enjoyed watching the movie myself, and I got past the fact that I was in the movie.
Really? Does
Which
that
is
happen?
nice.
Does that
No,
happen?
it
Does
doesn't
that happen? That doesn't
happen
happen very often? Oh, that's kind of a cool point. So well, congratulations. I
Thank
could
you.
talk a lot about this movie. I mean, it's really, really good stuff. So I appreciate it.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thanks for the energy. I appreciate
All right,
that.
man.